Hello guys, welcome. Today we will be doing a review on the Acer Nitro 5 gaming laptop, and this is model AN515-55-59KS. In this review, I'll be going over its performance, benchmarks, and many more. What I'm about to say about this laptop is slowly based on my opinion, and this was a hands-on testing. There will be links in the description which will lead to this laptop, and without further ado, let's get into it. To start this off, the Nitro 5 has a 15.6-inch Full HD IPS display with a 144Hz refresh rate. It has a maximum of 250 nits brightness and covers only 53% sRGB. I found it very hard to see the screen outdoors, but it is better off to use it only indoors. The side bezels on the screen are thin. However, the top and bottom bezels are slightly larger, and also the Nitro 5 has a comfy view matte display. The build quality is pretty decent. I found a little flex when pressing down hard on the keyboard. Also, in bending the screen there was a little flex. I also tested opening the laptop with one hand, and yes, indeed it passed. The hinges are pretty nice and sturdy, and for build quality, I give this laptop a 8 out of 10. The keyboard and mouse are pretty good. It was easy typing on this laptop, and here is how the keyboard sounds when you type. The mouse is pretty good too, but the click can be kinda loud, and here is how that sounds. The keyboard is also a red color backlit, and the brightness can be manually changed by holding down the FN and F9 keys to turn down the brightness, and the FN and F10 keys to turn up the brightness. Moving on to the storage and the memory. The Acer Nitro 5 comes with 8GB DDR4 memory with a speed of 2933 MHz and a 256GB NVMe SSD. Upgradability is a yes on this laptop, as it comes with an extra DDR4 memory slot and an extra PCIe slot for easy upgrade. Additionally, the Nitro 5 has a hard drive bay right beside the battery. Moving on to the performance. The Nitro 5 is equipped with the 10th gen Intel Core i5-10300H processor and is paired with the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650 Ti graphics with 4GB of dedicated GDDR6 VRAM. The i5 CPU has 4 cores and 8 threads, and it is a Comet Lake CPU. According to Passmark software, the thermal design power down is 35 watts and the typical thermal design power is 45 watts. The base CPU speed is 2.49 GHz, while the max CPU speed is 4.49 GHz. Web browsing and typing performance is on point. The Nitro 5 runs smooth with multiple programs opened, and also the chassis stays cool when watching YouTube, web browsing, and also typing documents. Moving over to gaming performance. On Fortnite performance mode, the average frames per second I got was 130 to 150 FPS. Low settings, the Nitro 5 averaged 130 frames per second. Medium, averaged 80 frames per second. High, averaged 60 frames per second. And finally, Epic averaged 47 frames per second. GTA 5 on medium settings I averaged 120 frames per second. Rocket League on medium settings I got 200 plus frames per second. And finally, The Witcher 3 on medium settings I averaged 80 frames per second. The fans can get pretty loud when you crank them up on max, so I would advise you to use headphones when playing games. I'll put some of the best gaming headsets in my opinion in the description below so you can check them out. After about 20 minutes of intense gaming, the GPU temperature ranged between 65 degrees Celsius to 75 degrees Celsius, and the CPU averaged a temperature of 86 degrees Celsius. Here are some benchmark scores on the Nitro 5. The OpenCL score is 41,917 points. Geekbench 5 single-core benchmark is 1,112 points, and multi-core is 3,426 points. The Cinebench single-core score is 670 points, while the multi-core score is 4,087 points. I found the port selection pretty decent on the Nitro 5 gaming laptop. On the right side of the laptop, there are the Kensington lock, Killer Ethernet E2600, two USB Type-A 3.2 Gen 1 ports, and an audio jack, while on the right side, there are the HDMI connector, USB Type-A 3.2 Gen 2 ports, and a USB Type-C port. On the back of the laptop, you will find the power plug. The Nitro 5 has Intel Wireless, Wi-Fi 6, AX201, and Bluetooth 5.0. Moving on to the battery life. The battery is a 4-cell lithium polymer battery and has a capacity of 3,560 mAh. I got 2 to 3 hours of battery life when web browsing and watching videos with max brightness, which is not that good. I'd advise you to keep it plugged in when gaming, so keep that in mind. The webcam is 720p and is located at the top of the laptop. The speakers are DTX Ultra, and here is how they sound. Finally, the verdict. Now, I can say that this is a good budget gaming laptop for mid-range gamers. The performance on this is pretty good, and also gaming is no problem. It can get a little hot at times, so it is best that you keep it on a flat surface when gaming. The port selection is pretty good, along with the fact that this laptop's portability is awesome. The downsides that I have with the Nitro 5 are that it has a dim display, which is not suitable for outdoors, and also covers only 53% sRGB, which isn't great for content creators. I am a bit disappointed in the battery life, which could have been better, but otherwise, this is a good budget gaming laptop, and I would give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. So, that's it for the Acer Nitro 5 gaming laptop. Links to this laptop will be in the description, along with other links which lead to my websites and my Reddit communities, where we have discussions on laptops, monitors, and other electrical devices. So feel free to join. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, as it would really help me a lot, and leave your thoughts on this laptop in the comment section. Thanks for watching, and more reviews will be coming out in the future.